Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, girl. Hey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Knights of the Pageless Library. I am Bo Knight, and join with me, as always, is my brother Ryan Knight. And today we are talking about the Audible original, Viva Durant and the Secret of the Silver Buttons, by Ashli St. Martin, narrated by Bahni Turpin. Did I say that right? How do you pronounce her name?
I don't know. Bondi Turpin. We're sorry if we butcher your name.
Yeah, if we butchered your name, we're the worst, and I apologize.
It's okay. Somebody should email us about it. So
yeah, please yell at us.
If you want to get in touch with us, if you could email us at kotpl.pod@gmail.com. You could tweet at us at Pageless Library. You could go over to YouTube and leave a comment, Knights of the Pageless Library. You could go to our Facebook page, Knights of the Pageless Library, or get at us over on Reddit at r/KOTPL. And we're still waiting. Still got
we are still waiting patiently.
No emails. Got a couple comments on some YouTube videos, which I was excited about. But
I mean, I'm pretty happy about the fact that like that butterfly effect video has the butterfly effect episode has so many listens. It's crazy to me. It's our most popular episode.
so yeah.
Viva Durant though.
Viva
Audible original.
Durant. Mm-hmm.
So it came out this month. It's a children's book.
Yeah, I don't ages 8 to 10.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. So let's talk about the narrator a little bit, and I kind of want to talk about like the audio style choice, I guess.
Yes, actually, yeah. Let's talk about that. So first, let's talk about Bandy. No, there's no D in there. Why do I keep saying a D?
Bandy Snatch. What's her name?
Maybe Bahni Turpin.
Sure. Okay. Let's go with that.
We'll call her Felix for now. No.
Yeah. Her name is Jeffrey.
So Bahni, we'll call her Bahni. I'm sorry if that's wrong, but that's what we're going with.
I think she does a good job.
I thought she did pretty good, actually. It was surprisingly. Well, I'll talk about this a little bit after the spoilers. We're not going to go too deep into the story, but I will discuss this a little bit after the spoilers too. I actually thought this would have been better as a dramatization.
Me too, because like, so this book does the thing of like it has sounds kind of intermixed in, but like honestly to me at really weird times.
Yep.
And you like never know when they're gonna come, but it would be weird. It would be like they would be talking about something. And they would be like, maybe they'd be like shooting a gun or something. You don't hear the gun. Then they cook dinner and you can like hear the pots and pans in the background. It seems like it's a really random sounds sometimes.
Right. And I agree. And the other reason I think this would have done better for me as a dramatization is, this is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, but it takes place like in Louisiana, and she talks to a lot of people with, supposedly heavy, New Orleans accents.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been a little bit better to actually get people who have or who can do a really good like Cajun accent.
Yeah.
I thought that would have just fit a little bit better. I mean, Bahni did good. Like I can only, you can only ask so much of someone to try to recreate that accent. That's kind of a tough one. So
yeah. So this is it's a children's book, like we said, and it's like a mystery kind of novel thing, like child adventure book.
Yeah,
it's only 4 hours long, so it's not very long.
No, and we got it for free. It was part of the November originals, so that's where we got this.
You could buy it for $6.
Yeah, you could do that. So what do you think? Is this one easy to listen to?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'd say it's easy listening. I think that the narrator does a fine job too. Of it's definitely not like boring. She does have pretty decent inflection in her voice. She does
Yeah.
characters pretty well. I mean, so I have no complaints as far as that goes.
Either.
It is easy. It is easy to follow. You're not going to get lost in the story of this. Even the big twist ish type thing, I guess. I don't know. Just
Sorry.
it's for
Sorry. Never mind.
it's for kids. It's for kids. So
Yeah, but I think for like 6 to 4-year-olds.
well, I mean, I didn't think it was that bad actually. For a kid's book.
I'll get into why.
So we picked.
Okay, my recommendation: stay away from this one, honestly.
Okay.
In my opinion, and unless you are a kid and you like mystery novels and maybe have like an attachment to the South and kind of know a little bit about their history, then you might kind of enjoy this. But
Right.
I really didn't like it that much.
Oh, and if you could get it for free as an
Yeah.
Audible original, I mean that was, I actually thought like for a kid's story, I thought it was actually pretty good, and I would recommend it for younger people. I mean, I don't necessarily think I would recommend this for adults, even adults who love mystery. I don't know if I would even recommend this for.
I don't think so either.
I do feel like though for younger people, this actually wouldn't be a bad introduction to like audiobooks. To be honest.
I don't know. I'm gonna get into why I didn't like it that much.
Okay. Well, so there you go. I mean, you got our recommendations. We got 1 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. So that's
Mixed, you could say.
Yeah. But now we'll go past the spoiler wall, I guess, on this, and we'll just we won't go into depth on this one, but we'll just talk about the book a little bit. So anybody who wants to listen to it,
Yeah. So
you can
this.
not
Yeah,
free anymore. I don't actually. You could get it for free technically if this long. I think it's still free right now.
Ryan, you're cutting out really bad, so I'm gonna talk for a second. Hopefully it goes away. But so this is a Viva Durant. You can listen to it if you get to the end of the week. So this is it's told from the first person. It's basically like Viva goes on this trip to see her grandmother who lives in Louisiana. And yeah, it's based in like right now. And I didn't really know where this book was going in the beginning. Like I didn't really understand because it like kind of makes it seem like it has something to do with music because she like brings her saxophone and that's like all she really brings. Like I don't know. It just here, Ryan, say something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. My internet just sucks. So I'll do what I can if it starts
I
sounding
think it's
bad,
better now.
just cut me out and just talk over me and I'll stop talking. But yeah, I didn't know what I was in for, obviously, going into this one. We don't read the summaries or anything going into these.
Well, we picked these ones at random.
Yeah, these 2 Audible originals were definitely at random. And that was
I put the band hammer on that. From now on, we are not allowed to do that.
So, yeah, we did them at random because nobody suggested any. And I thought the whole lineup of November was pretty weak looking, so we just randomly picked them. But so I actually didn't mind this book. At first I didn't like it at all. Like it took me a little bit, but like I said, I think for a kid's story, I actually thought this was okay. Because
didn't like the freaking like the weird like sound interaction, like how they would put it in like almost as random spots that just didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I didn't really like that either.
And the singing, the fact that they're using like different actors, I think was a really poor choice, especially because it's not like the singing was intricate and needed to sound good. And like I didn't, because like Viva, the way she memorizes stuff is she sings to herself. And there's a lot of information she has to memorize, and I felt like a lot of the book was padded with these sections of like her remembering her singing these songs to herself, and it's just singing them again to you.
Right.
And I thought that was really annoying.
Yeah, I agree, and I agree. I mean, I I didn't mind that as a concept, like that she can remember things if she sings.
No, it's not a bad concept. It's just like the lady they got to sing for her
Yeah.
is bad, and like because it's just like it's like a little song you'd sing to yourself to remember something, and
Right.
so it's not like it's a good song, but it comes up a lot
Yeah.
over and over and over in the book. So I guess we can get into a little bit about the plot. So she goes to see her grandma, and like her grandma is reading this story about this guy who thinks his grandma, Miss Mary Mack, she had like a treasure that she hid, and
Yeah.
so
And there's a song that goes
yeah.
along with it, and he says that the song is actually the clues to finding the treasure.
Right.
Which was also that's fine as a concept too. I didn't mind that at all.
That is I don't mind any of the concept. I just think a little bit of the execution is just it was weird.
Sure, and I'll get into the part that I didn't like too. So Viva, after hearing this story, she gets really interested in this. She thinks that she could possibly find this treasure, but she only has the summer to do it because she's only staying with her grandma for the summer. And her grandma is like, "No, that's all fake. Don't listen to none of that. Whatever." Well, Viva starts using the song about Miss Mary Mack to start searching for clues, and she surprisingly starts coming across some clues in a way. So, although I thought the clues were kind of weak.
Me too, and I felt like they were a lot of a stretch most of the time.
Yeah, it almost sounded more like a conspiracy theory to me.
It really did.
Like,
and she just like happens to be getting lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
And one thing I didn't like was like, so the story is like about this guy who literally spent his whole life looking for this treasure and couldn't find it. And this 12, like what, she's 12 or 14? I think she's 14.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
She finds it in like a summer.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird too. But yeah, so the whole story basically is just Viva kind of finding these clues and using these clues to move on to different clues, and by the end, she actually does find this dress that was. It ends up not being Mary Mack's though, right?
No,
Mary Mack is just. I can't remember the
names.
It's
her mother.
Yeah,
it was the lady's mother.
Right. That's right.
Because she was a circus performer.
Yeah.
And she like hid these buttons in the hem of one of her dresses.
Right. And they end up actually being worth like they have like gold in them. So she truly does find a treasure by the end of the summer, which was kind of cool. But then at the end, apparently her grandma was like this super sleuth all through her life. And
like, where did that come from?
I don't know. I hated that part. I hated it.
When she was like, it's like it was like a twist. It was like, well, that wasn't really a twist. I feel like you just like wrote that in after. It seemed like such an afterthought.
Yeah, I actually didn't care for that part at all.
It almost seemed like to me like the guy, like whoever wrote this, was like kind of got to the end, was like, maybe I could make a series out of this, and they like left it open on purpose.
Right, instead of just making it a open and shut case.
Yeah. Like, because I did not get the vibe that the grandma was like a private eye at all at any point.
No, I didn't really like that. Or was even
remotely interested in like what Viva was doing.
And so I liked the story right up until that point. Actually, I liked all the rest of it. I thought it was fine for a kid's book in every regard, except for that part. I didn't like it because it didn't feel like it fit exactly like you said. It felt like an afterthought.
And I don't think it's not a bad book. Like if they took out the weird audio stuff, I think it would be better. And I 100% agree with you. I think it would be way better as a dramatization than a book instead of this like weird hybrid thing that they tried to make.
Right. Well, it's no Mistwick. I mean,
No,
Mistwick.
It's not.
Mistwick did that much better.
Yeah, Mistwick did actually do a much better job.
Yeah. I just thought it would be good as a dramatization because she was talking to a lot of different people throughout the story. So it would have actually been an okay place to have a lot of characters, talk to her. That I actually thought that would have fit pretty well in this book.
I agree. I don't know. I'm pretty lukewarm to not. I just don't like it. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It left like a bad taste in my mouth. All of it.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, it is for kids. I got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, and then maybe
it's
I'm being
aimed at kids.
I don't have any issues with the story. It's just the execution I have an issue with.
Right. Yeah. No, and that's. I mean, we're definitely against the grain on this one for the most part. I mean, I thought it was
feel like
okay,
every book we've
but
done
this-
there, all the reviews, people love it.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true. Like there are a lot of this book pretty much has 4.6 stars out of 5. So
I don't know. I have a conspiracy theory that people feel bad when they leave bad reviews, so they don't do it.
yeah, well, especially if you're leaving a bad review on a kid's book.
Yeah.
This book's stupid. The main character was so stupid.
Well,
She
I
was
don't
so
have any
dumb.
issue. Like I do. Like I like Viva. I like her cousin or what's his uncle. Who is it a cousin? He's cool.
I can't remember the name. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's her uncle, I think.
And I like the part when she like does the trapeze stuff and she like like kind of comes into her own a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's where it should have stayed though. Is it should have stayed as just like a teenager over her summer. She's like going on a little adventure basically.
Yeah.
But that's where I didn't like the end. The end was so kind of out of left field. Like, oh, by the way, so her grandma also says that she's purposely read that article so that Viva would hear her because she knew Viva would try to go solve it. And her grandma's trying to pass her legacy on to Viva.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh? What?
Insane.
Why? Why did it have to be that? Why couldn't it have just literally been that she heard you read that article and then she went and did it on her own? Why did it have to be anything different?
Yeah, and like the part where it's like the guy's been dead for a year, but the article was published the other day. I was like, okay, so he's dead. Okay, I was like, all right, okay. Like I wasn't even like, there's more to this. And then,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that part. I thought that was so dumb. Just the ending was so bobbled.
Yeah, I mean, but again, though, I don't think I have like a whole lot of bad things to say about it. So
No, I mean it's not awful. There are worse things you could listen to, like Climbing with Molly.
right, like Climbing with Molly or Ready Player One.
Yeah. I don't know. You might not hate Ready Player One if you're not like a super nerd and don't know a bunch of stuff.
Well, we were definitely against the grain on that one. But
Yeah. I don't know. So,
Well,
yeah, Viva
I don't think we
Durant.
need to beat. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
I think we could wrap this one up here.
So yeah, if you guys want to yell at us for mispronouncing names, you can do that at kotpl.pod@gmail.com. I would love to get our first piece of hate mail and read it aloud.
Oh,
Unless
and
it's a bunch of
also,
slurs.
right. So also, if you wanted to, if our one hardcore realizes we did not do To Kill a Mockingbird this week, like we said we were
Oh
going
yeah,
to,
yeah, which is all on me.
you could write us about that and tell us about it. But that will be coming up soon, so definitely stick around for that. We will be reviewing that soon.
Yeah, that's my fault.
That's all right. We will. We'll get to it though. I've already listened to it, so now Bo just has to catch up, and then we'll talk about it.
So yeah, so we will catch you guys next time for that.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for listening.
Yeah, thank you, and we will catch you guys next time, hopefully.